I find the English language to be pretty interesting. A lot of my friends who've just learned the English language in their childhood as their second language, or even my cousins right now, when they're starting to learn the specifics of the English language, they've really started to get and catch on to phonetics, and they'll spell their words differently than they say them. It's something that I've found funny, but also I can sympathize with them about. And it's really something that I remember in my childhood. And this poem by Vivian Buchan in her NEA journal in 1966 and 1967 about phonetics really kind of struck me as something that I found interest in. And it goes like this. One reason why I cannot spell, although I learn the rules quite well, is that some words like coo and through sound just like through and flew and who. When oo is never spelled the same, the deuce becomes a guessing game. And then I ponder over through, is it spelled so, or throw, or bow? And bow is never bow, it's bow. And I mean the bow that sounds like plow. And not the bow that sounds, not the bow that sounds like row. The row that is pronounced like row. I wonder too why rough and tough sound the same as puff and muff, and spelled like bow and though, for they are both pronounced a different way. And why can't I spell trough and cough the same as I do scoff and goff? Why isn't drought spelled like rout, or doubt, or pout, or sauerkraut? When words all sound so much the same, to change a spelling seems a shame. There is no sense, see sound like sense, in making such a difference between the sight and sound of words, each spelling rule that undergirds the way a word should look and fall, and often prove to no avail, because exceptions will negate the truth of what the rule may state. So though I try, I still despair, and moan and mutter, it's not fair that I'm held up to such ridicule, and made to look like such a fool, when it's a spelling that's at fault. Let's call this nonsense to a halt. And I really found that to be something that was pretty comical for me when I first learned how and about phonetics, and really about the English language in general.